What's up everybody, and welcome back to Bikes Online. Today I spent a little bit of time reviewing all of your comments. And let's face it, we all know that the Collosus N9, it's a little bit on the heavier side. And this has me thinking, does a bike's weight really matter this much? Well, today I think that we should dig a little deeper and conduct yet another experiment to try to put your concerns to rest. Now, it goes without saying, the Polygon Collosus N9 was originally designed to be an all-out, professional level downhill slayer. But what happens if we shed a few pounds to accommodate the weekend warrior hobbyists like myself? For today's video, we'll discuss what mods that I would do to this bike to achieve this goal, along with an updated weight. From there, we'll take the bike on a familiar test loop to see if all of these mods were worth it or if they were a total bust. Now I'm just gonna say what you guys are all thinking at home. Jared, stop talking, let's get rolling.
Let's begin by getting our initial weight. My Collosus N9 is a size large that's set up tubeless with pedals installed. Well, it's no featherweight, but not nearly as bad as some of the weights we've seen claimed online. The factory Magic Mary tires are a huge focal point as a weight savings opportunity. Assuming you don't need the absolutely mental amounts of grip, it wouldn't be hard to find a tire that's less than 1,400 grams a tire. For the sake of this video, I had a set of tires laying around that were about 890 grams a tire. With a little quick math, that's 1,020 grams we will be shaving off in just tires alone. That's 2.2 pounds. To turn the weight savings up a notch, they're mounted to a set of Hope wheels that I had in storage that should drop even more weight. Let's finish mounting them up and get that final weigh in. As you can see, it doesn't take much to reduce the bike's weight significantly. Let's get it on the trails to see how it feels.
All right, everybody, so we've made it out here to our test loop here in Bentonville, Arkansas. This one is called Shrain Train, and if you've watched our recent comparison video between this bike and the Marin Alpine Trail XR, then you've ridden this trail with me before.
During my last ride here, when the Collosus N9 was in stock form, I gave it plenty of praise for its descending abilities. It glided through flow, sailed through the air, and blasted through the chunks. And despite its weight, I found it to be a more efficient climber than a bike that weighed significantly less. Now that the N9 itself weighs significantly less, will it really change the experience that much? Maybe now the Collosus N9 will transcend to an even higher level of mountain biking magic. Let's see.
All right, back at it. We were just here, so it's still fresh in my mind how this bike felt on this loop. So let's see how different it is with 4 pounds less. Definitely more sprightly on this climb, but obviously we'll lose a little bit of downhill traction coming back down. So we'll see if it's worth it. Switch back to blasting right up it. Feels good. Now I'm sure many of you are wondering why they just wouldn't spec the bike like this to begin with. Well, again, the intention was always for it to be a downhill monster, not necessarily a trail machine. For weekend warriors like us, we may be willing to trade some puncture resistance or some grip, but for an EWS professional enduro racer, they're not worried about that. And originally that's what this bike is for. But let's see how it does going down. All right, clipping in and dropping in. Whoop. Oh yeah. Definitely quick. Rolling resistance is drastically diminished, so that's sweet. Okay. Coming into the rocks now. All right, little break, and time to let her eat. Boom, boom, boom. Woo! And drop it. Shoot! Nice. So definitely a little bit more on the edge of my seat coming into those rocks, but it still did not overwhelm this tire configuration. I mean, Bentonville's not the gnarliest stuff. So this configuration feels really good for where I'm at. Now that we've completed the run, I just want to unpack some details for you. So obviously going up the climbs, I could definitely tell the difference with the lessened rolling resistance coming from the tires, as well as the lessened rotational mass of the different wheel setup. However, as we know, with any action comes an equal reaction. So with those gains going uphill, there was some slight losses going downhill. Not to say that I couldn't complete the loop that I decided to ride. However, when plowing through the rock gardens, I did find that these tires were a little bit less confident than the 29 by 2.6 Magic Marys that came on the bike. So I know what you're all thinking, Jared, what is the verdict? Does weight really matter? And I'm gonna have to say, no, not really. This bike was great at 37 pounds, but it was also fantastic at 41 pounds. It's all gonna boil down to what your riding style is and what your goals are. And there you have it, folks. Now we know that the Polygon Collosus N9 is the type of bike that can accommodate a multitude of different riders. You can either enjoy the full bore downhill slayer that it is out of the box, or if you choose, you can dial it back a little bit and make it more of a trail, all mountain enduro type of format like we did today. For the type of riding that I do out here in Bentonville, this format suits me better. However, I may feel completely differently if I lived in a more gravity-oriented area like Colorado. Anywho, there's a variety of options out there for you to achieve a similar goal with your Collosus N9. In the description below, we did stack some links for products that we stock that can help contribute to this goal, as well as links to the bike itself if you want to check it out. If you have any questions for us, don't hesitate to hit us up in the comments. Make sure to smash that like button if you thought that this video was good. And as always, subscribe to the channel for more mountain biking content just like this. My name is Jared, and I'll see you around.